It's just down and to your left.
And you tap with your right.
Look over to the side.
Where you can join and subscribe. It's Crypto ROTH, the ring that drives you out. Let's hit the like button now.
I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's bad. I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's bad. Take back what's been stolen from me, little by little, piece by piece, until I'm complete. I got my eyes on you, and you got no clue what I'm supposed to do. I can't help myself. Little by little, piece by piece, I take back what's been stolen from me. Little by little, piece by piece, until I'm complete. No, you wouldn't take what's not yours. If you know who I am, when the night will fall, I'll haunt your dreams.
Checkaroni, the San Francisco treat.
Little by little, piece by piece, I take back what's been stolen from me. Little by little, piece by piece, until I'm complete.
Oh no, dulce con leche.
Little by little, piece by piece, I take back what's been stolen from me. Little by little, piece by piece, until I'm complete. Little by little, piece by piece, I take back. Little by little, piece by piece, I take back. Little by little, piece by piece, I take back. Little by little, piece by piece.
Gotta get the cake. Okay, this ain't what you used to. Always with the new. This ain't what you used to. I do me, do you? I do me, do you? This ain't what you used to.
Check.
This ain't what you used to. 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 This ain't what you. No, this ain't what you used to. Switching from the bikes to a new coupe. You know I keep some new shoes. Keep it simple, not like you.
New shoes.
All night, get right. Know you know the price. Know you know the name, no games. I need all my money now. Not playing, man. This ain't what you used to. I might fly to LA. This cold weather ain't for me. Hit the bank, round your way. What you used to? And I'm grinding to the top. I can't let it slip away, so I gotta get the pay. Okay, this ain't what you used to. Always with the new. This ain't what you used to. I do me, do you? I do me, do you? This ain't what you used to. This ain't what you used to. This ain't
What does this button right here do?
This ain't what you used to. This ain't what you used to. This ain't what you. Calls keep coming in for the win.
My good man, I do believe it's time to get started, good man. Would you mind?
This ain't what you used to. Round, swerve. Everybody here knows the word. This ain't what you used to.
You trying to rush me?
No, you know the drill. Oh, it paid now.
Got it, cornbread.
This ain't what you used to. I get it in for my kids. Stack those chips and I get that check. Now what you used to. You see how I live, work my biz. I'm too far from the rest, not what you used to. Okay, this ain't what you used to. Always with the new, this ain't what you used to. I do me, do you? I do me, do you? This ain't what you used to. 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 This ain't what you.
You missed your cue. You're kind of slow with that button. That's the wrong one. Let's just get started with the news, shall we? Since we kind of ended up here anyway. Welcome to Late Night Crypto with Road Dogg. My name is Lane. I'm the village idiot pressing the buttons tonight. But we're going to start off looking at some crypto altcoin news. Might be beneficial. Hit the button. That's not it. I am so smooth at this game, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. The GRC Classic is back, and the market's taken notice that GCR's portfolio, Trump, Ox, NFD, Maple, Olas. Aperion announced a new CEX listing scheduled for April 18th. Intro announced LBP public sale today. Public sale will last for 72 hours, ending on April 17th. And Jupiter Exchange announced second LFG, which is planned for Tuesday. And some important announcements also on Friday. Light & Tree has teased that Identity Hub version 0.8 will be released. It might be, it may not be. I don't know. It might, could. We'll have to see. But it could be released soon. Maybe. Mina Protocol has announced that its next road to upgrade community call on April 17th. Paycoin listed on Corbit Exchange. This means that there is a possibility of relisting on the Korean exchange. Storage has announced big news that will be released on April 16th. And of interest to Banry, Alm, and Earn, ERN, big news announcement scheduled for April the 16th. Tether CEO Paolo Ardoino has announced that their tokenization platform will soon be released to the public. So real world asset news with Tether. Let's get on into where we normally start off. The fanfare for me? Really? Oh my gosh. Why are you so far over this way? What happened here? Did things shift? Was there an earthquake? Welcome to the stream, everybody. Glad to have you here. Thanks for joining me on a Sunday night. We'll take a look at the market, look at the weekly close, kind of figure out what's going on in crypto because it's been kind of a wild ride lately. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Rod Weatherly, what's up? Rising Sun, Strega Hard. I see you out there. Brackett's Adventures, glad to have you here. Road Dog, oh, that's me. Never mind him. In the moment, what's up, baby? Couple of lurkers out there. That's fine. I like lurkers. Lurkers are cool. Hey, there is a like button there. If you were a lurker, hey, hit that like. Show me. Wow! Not that like button. I'm talking about the one that, well, whatever. Shout out to all 1,365 subscribers to this channel. Apparently, there is some value that's here. We actually tried to talk about crypto here. Actually, there is a lot of small channels out here on YouTube that do really, really good TA. I mean, there's the growing ones, bigger names that are getting attention and all that. That's, yeah, well, I mean, sometimes what you're seeing more mainstream, you can find a lot better stuff looking at some of the smaller channels, and there's several of them. And my size and even bigger, up to 20, 30,000 subs. They're out there, guys. Not everybody's trying to sell you something. Or at least sell you something through the whole dang stream. I mean, after a while, that just gets to be too much. So right here, we got a nice little bounce back, it looks like, on our altcoins. Thank you, Jesus. It's on Jesus Day. So we'll take a look at our indices, see what they can tell us here about what's going on. We're on the daily charts here. Upper right-hand corner, we got Bitcoin dominance, which is kind of an interesting little character. It's like how much of this market is really, how much of the attention, where's all the money going? How much of it is going into Bitcoin? And right now, a little over half of it. Bitcoin's got the majority of it in the majority, and it ain't giving it up. Now, it's helpful when it does give it up. That does help boost our altcoins. So the scenario is that might there be something that happens soon that puts Bitcoin in a bigger limelight and causes an increased demand for Bitcoin, where they have to buy a bunch of Bitcoin, and the dominance, the money pouring into this whole crypto market as a whole, we've mostly focused on Bitcoin. Now, altcoins, which are over here, right? I have a total 3 alts. This chart represents our altcoins minus Bitcoin and even Ethereum. And we did find support here. That's good. Now we wick below it, and that's the first warning sign that, baby, I may not end up holding. I'm just saying, I could bounce here, but if I come back or if I can't get a good lift off from this line, I might decide to come on down. So that's a warning signal that we need to look for with these altcoins. And even if we do get that bounce up here and money starts flowing back into altcoins, and it can, along with Bitcoin, we still got some hurdles before we can declare this a victory, because, man, this is a topping place here. This is usually where we see reversals. We're trying, the caution is to make sure that we're not in the middle of a reversal, because the scary point about this is that a lot of times you don't know it's reversed until it's too late. That's why everybody misses the tops on Bitcoin and the altcoins, because by the time you figure it out, she's done left. It's already, sorry. So that's why I like to drive this home right now, just to be cautious. Right now, we're showing some good signs on Total 3 over here. We'll look at it on the bigger chart. Just trying to get a little synopsis. Now, behind my head, I don't know if you can see, we got Tether dominance, which is starting to come up. And this is still where things are selling out of altcoins, or could be even new Tether coming into the market. So, kind of see what's going on there. We like it when new Tether is coming into the market. That's cool. That's fresh new fish for us to feed on. That's fresh new blood in the market. Yes, that's the big money coming in and transferring some of that dirty fiat over to our less dirty UST stablecoin fiat. And that could be good. This chart doesn't tell us which it is, though. Watching these others will help us, and there are definitely on-chain metrics that do track that, and I would pay very close attention to that. I have not found a solid good source for that at this present time. There are some good signs here on the 4 hour for Bitcoin. I like to point one out, is that I've got a little RSI here. Now I got a low, and she comes down just a little bit. There's some very minor bullish divergence here, and I think that's what you're seeing. Let's get this nice little pump off this area. And things are looking nicer today. We did come down. We did retest trend lines that we were looking at. Found some support there. We're tracking this bigger guy. Is like, this guy's got to hold. If this guy does not hold, this is not going to be pretty, huh? But we're not out of the woods yet, because we had this top-ish trend line here. Very different on this time frame. Where did I chart this before? Here? The daily? Yeah, okay. Trying to see where I'm getting some of these angles that I'm going by. I'm here on the 4 hour. I'm actually going to straighten this out. Well, no, we're keeping that, I think, for a minute. I got this trend line, and I'm very big on angles, so I'm looking for this. Because I'm looking for a channel. A lot of people are looking for this triangle, which, yeah, following this trend line, that's what it came to. And symmetrical triangles, which I don't trust as far as I can throw them ever for the rabbit run reason, where they break to the upside and then start to come to the downside. This one could, literally, just by this pattern alone, its behavior, we can come up here and, we can do all kinds of crazy, rangy looking stuff. So it's kind of up in the air just a little bit. The biggest thing that I'm looking for that I don't want to see, why I'm saying caution, is that, today, maybe even tomorrow even, we could be bullish considering, that we just dumped the market. People may be getting a little bullish, but we're just retesting a resistance level somewhere around 67,500 to $68,000. It's basically, I'll be looking at this 200 moving average here, which is coming in at about 68,185 right now on this particular chart. But clearing that would be good. The moving averages are telling me that we've got a chance to do that. But they're kind of iffy if they start crossing over the 200 moving average here, like this 100, this white one, this blue one. The blue one is technically your death cross, which is a sell signal, official sell signal on this particular time frame, the 4 hour, should that happen. So, we could see them. We want to see price come up, reclaim this level, and that can push these things around and everything. We're happy again, right? But just as easily, they're doing what they normally do before they cross bearishly is what I'm trying to say. We can come up here, we check our stochastics RSI, and she's topped out heavy up here. That's probably ready for another move back down, possibly even lower than what we saw previously. That's what we want to keep our eye out for. So I'd love to get down there on the small little time frames and just get you all jacked up on the 1 minute. There are some cautions. Short term, there's definitely some trades to be had. But tomorrow, when the market opens on a Monday, usually a false move Monday, is what it's commonly called. And she's got some work to do, because even on the daily time frame, if I get rid of all these little yellow lines that we just scribbled on the chart here, but pay attention to these moving averages we got. Gosh, that's a lot of scribble. That's a ton of scribble. That's a lot of deleting you're having to do right there. What I love about the 5 moving average strategy is that, we got a 21 moving average up here. Yeah, we're looking for price. Hopefully to retest that. Got a 9 moving average that crossed bearishly over that little sucker. That was the first clue that, this is kind of serious, dudes. Kind of serious when you lose the 9 and it crosses over to 21, especially on a bigger time frame. You're like, oh, there's a drop. There's a drop. We found support on the 100 moving average. Well, no, I'm sorry. Confused my white trend line with that. 100 moving average is actually down here. We found support on that trend line. Currently, we're below the 50 moving average. So we've got work cut out for us to do. Meaning, basically, I'm looking for a price to come up to this 9 moving average area that we just talked about. That's 68,000. This is 68,172 at the current moment. It does change a little. So these areas corresponding with this important area of support that we got right here, or resistance now for us. I am basically looking at our previous highs. This white line is the, and go to the Christmas tree candles because we'll use those next when we take a quick look at the weekly. But these are our areas where we actually closed a candle on our previous cycle tops, and we're playing within this range right now. Now, actually, to me, I'm reading this as a bullish sign in the macro. So let's don't get it twisted. As long as we can hold above these levels, I mean, we can dip below them. We clearly are. But if we can maintain this, that's a good sign. What I'm very curious about, and I think what a lot of people are, is, are we in a distribution or is this a reaccumulation? And this is very possibly could be a Wyckoff reaccumulation. I put a great source over here on the Telegram group. There are links in the chat and everything. I don't know how to update you. But it's from another YouTuber that I actually like. He's he changed his name. It's Black Box. I guess Black Box Crypto. It used to be, he was Blue the Bear. And I think he kind of had a bearish tip for a while, and that's why they gave him, and he was, when he's bearish, but he flipped bullish, but he's very good with Wyckoff accumulation and the Wyckoff accumulation. This is massive dump there. That's not the one I was sharing. He's actually seeing this as being something a little bit different. Interesting video over there. I think I put the right one, surely. He's actually seeing this as being the possible accumulation. And when you look at the macro events, I mean, it does make sense. That's what I'm looking for too. That's why I don't want to get bearish on Bitcoin right now, because we're above a really, really good level. This is actually a point where macro should get ready to take off, and they're just trying to flush us all out, right? So he's looking basically in this, you're trading a sideways range. If we can come to a different kind of setup, maybe we can show you here. So you just have a range that you're trading, and a very popular method of trading. And for pattern traders like us, we kind of simplify it into a range, a channel. Makes it easy because we're looking for what? A bear trap. For them, it's called a spring, and that's when price would come down lower, and then that's when price takes off, which according to, our pattern trading theory, bear trap, break back into the pattern, rush up to the upside. Or usually there's a really good chance to come back and test the upper boundaries of the pattern, right? So it kind of simplifies all the show support, all the little labels, but they don't see it as a pattern. They look at it as a sequence of events. In the end, we all get to the same destination. We just explain and maybe take a few different viewpoints on it, but we kind of get there. A few different tools to get there, but we end up getting there. Other things to look at. There's lots of resistance over here. Is what I'm trying to get to. The I want to see us personally get it past. But macro, we're at probably that point where they just want to freak you out. Is it not? But my plan, I am not going to sell Bitcoin. No. I won't think about even selling any if that thought even crosses my mind, because I'm starting to turn into a Bitcoin maxi. at, you know, even at the top of the market. Maybe. Certainly not going to be anywhere under $150,000. So, me guys, no worries for me spot. Now, me leverage trades, got concerns, which I would suspect would be most people's in this market. Let's take a look at the weekly candle close. I hear the YouTube algorithm likes that. Man, did you just draw that trend? Let's not get biased. The hell am I looking for? So I'm over here, Bitcoin weekly. This was our privilege candle, ladies and gentlemen. Right here we go. This is our current candle, and as you can see, she's getting off to a red start as we splash out today. It's the music that makes me talk this way, ladies and gentlemen. Don't freak out. The biggest thing that I've got to look at, that I'm looking at right here on this weekly chart, is this 9-moving average, man. Looks like we're struggling with that. I got to see us get above that. I move my cursor over here to the left, and then I look over here. I got to move my cursor over here. That little 5 MA thing right over here. See, that's it. Move cursor out of the way. It tells me that's at $65,653. Why are we not above it? We need to get back above it, can we? We're just starting out our week. Usually what I look for when we lose a 9-moving average is that I'm looking for a price, most likely, doesn't always happen, but so much that it's, you need to check it out, baby. It's probably going to happen. Could happen. Test the 21 moving average. Has to lose areas of support that we can gauge along the way, most notably these wiki areas. But maybe they just want to do the Wyckoff spring and really throw that one last little boner at us before they rock the market. Could it happen? Maybe. I don't know. But 21 moving average is coming in at 53,027. Yes, you are hearing these levels come out of my lips as a possibility. It's a possibility. We gotta not blow off. We can't just, that's not going to happen. That's too bullish. It's not going to happen, because when you start getting too moon boyish, or, you know, feeding into hype that may be appearing tomorrow, the next day in the market, that we're ready to move. And I hope we are. But that can be just enough to throw you off your game enough that you get caught up in this big turn to the downside. And we don't want that. We want to be aware of it. So we're showing some possibilities and some ideas that are playing out. This is Sunday. This is the weekly candle close. But let's go over what's bullish. I'm going to invite a few friends over here and see if they show up. Mostly some much bigger, important moving averages that just not showing up on this particular chart. Let's go back a little further. Okay. You ain't got nothing to say about it. I got one of you. Okay. I'm cool. All right, let's go back where we were. I'm just looking. What's the MBT? Sure, tell us. I'm flirting around with some charts here. I've got another moving average. We don't have enough information, enough data to move some of these bigger moving averages in. But what I'm checking for is the order of them, because that clues me in onto the momentum of this move. And it's pretty good. However, the warning sign that I would see is that, we got the 200 here. 50 is above it, beautiful. 21 is above it, beautiful. 9 is above it, beautiful, even though we're flirting with losing that area. The 100 has not yet crossed. We need that to happen. Don't shoot the messenger, but often I point this out when we go over it. Often when the 100 does cross that 200, it's a bullish move overall. Macro is bullish, but often when that does happen, you will see price move back in the direction of that 100 moving average, which means price falls. This is coming from the weekly time frame. This is coming from the weekly time frame. that is now starting to curve on the MACD, and we got to pay attention to that. That is the first signs of a top. We have to be real here. That was the first signs of a top when we had our first drop, and the second drop in November. We do not want to neglect what Miss MACD brings to our party. If there is a cross, bad. If she duck lips like she did down here, rocket ships, hold on, we're blasting off. We're about to do something really fun. So, Road Dog, you're telling me it could go up or it could go down? No, I'm also telling you it could go sideways. I'll cover every base. No, we got to be cautious. We are at a great area that, yeah, we could. I'm still looking at the possibility. I've still got a little wiggle room about the 78,000 to where, you know, I start connecting these previous trend lines and getting some resistance over there that I would expect, you know, I would normally just expect a bigger pullback in that area. And we're talking about coming back to these areas over here. We could see 50,000. We could. I'm not saying it's happening tomorrow or today or anything, right? But it would actually be a healthy move, for real. That is when BlackRock and all that, you know, the ETFs were coming off back in January and February, right? At that level, that's where they got their entry. So any major pullbacks that we get, that's pretty much, they're going to have a lot of support in whatever areas it was that they bought. And, you know, they just start, so, and maybe a little bit low if they want to try to flush and mess with their heads or something, right? So anywhere from 48 to 56, or wasn't it 56? They were still buying a lot through here. All through here, they were buying. So they will start feeling the pain if we start coming too close to this entry areas. That's actually good for us because that means that's less likely to happen because the big boys don't like to feel the pain. And they're the ones that are kind of moving the market right now. So we're not very good there. But there are a lot of games playing on, and it just kind of makes it a little harder for altcoins. But then again, this is where we start paying attention to Bitcoin dominance. And this is where we start getting a little bit more insight that other people aren't going to see. This is saying something very bullish. So this is our little insight to saying, as bearish as it seems and can be, there is something pointing a lot of attention to Bitcoin right now in this market. And here's where we can come into the ETF narrative like Hong Kong and all of that, where there would be a big demand. But if it is, be ready. Your altcoins are going to hurt, man. Your altcoins, I mean, it will help a little, but you're going to look back and say, man, I should have been in Bitcoin. I mean, for real. Or you'll be looking at your altcoins and saying, man, where's all these numbers everybody is promising? Why is it taking so long to get targets? Why is it being so slow? Because it's, you know, the attention more and more be on Bitcoin and the multitude of new projects and everything that are being released into the altcoin market every day, which is helping dilute that what money is coming into the altcoins into all these new little shiny things, especially meme coins. Yeah. But there will be the little markets that fluctuate. So altcoins are not a done deal. But let's be realistic in what can happen. When Bitcoin dominance goes up, altcoins will. Historically, they have suffered. Let me do a quick shill for Tangem Wallet. Get your coins off the exchanges onto a safe, secure wallet. Tangem, it's one of my favorites, very secure. I use this one every day. As a matter of fact, I got two separate ones because I think you have to have wallets for. I got to keep taxes and own one, and I got to separate things. So really cool for that. But Dog, DAWG, will save you 10% on your Tangem wallet. Guys, I got a list of altcoins that we can start going over. Some strong ones that I really like and looking at and monitoring. I have a lot of these, but if you've got any that you would like me to take a look at, put them in the chat. I'm going to come over and spend a few minutes in the chat. I say nothing. There's no chatters. Did we lose everybody? My chat rate is like 0. Totally 0. Wow. Okay. Members only streaming. Thank you for all you guys have joined and have gotten took advantage of the free memberships that are often given away here on the channel. Hey, I'm doing membership only streams. Was not able to put one together yesterday or tomorrow. I want to put a little bit more information in it. The next one that I do, I am going to be going back over the basic information we went over before, briefly refresh on that, support, resistance, and all that stuff. We got into trend lines, and that was basically what I wanted to cover. I want to go into trade setups, and I don't think we really talk about trade setups very much here on YouTube, and just the ways that you can enter them, and we kind of start venturing into ways that you can do trade management. Kind of touch a little briefly on those ideas, just trying to get stair step a little bit. That's going to be an important one to go over about triggers and trade setups, and then some. There was another topic that just escaped me, but that was one of the biggest things I want to focus on. Because that we're tying to indicators, and how do I know it's time to jump in? That's the question we want to start answering and looking for in that next stream. On the membership stream. All right, board nerd. Oh no, what? Mr. Miles, I'd love to see your TA on Casper. Let's take a look at it. Hey, welcome here, Mr. Miles. Mr. Miles from Crypto Chester's. He's a moderator over on Crypto Chester's channel. Crypto Chester, I like him a lot, man. He's a good dude. He really is. And the more I hang out over there, just the more I know. Chester's a good dude, man. He's just got a good heart. I like people like that. He's coming from the right place. Another one of the smaller YouTubers that does really good TA, and he's got a talent for indicators. Some people only trade by indicators alone, man, like the TA and stuff that we use here. I mean, their version of TA is just not him. I mean, he knows it, but there are some people that just use indicators. I fell into that category when I used to be trying to program my bot that I used to try to run a couple of cycles ago, right? So but I didn't understand TA. That was the crazy thing. I didn't know what I know now. If I knew now what I knew, I was like, I'm learning all these little crunchy, nerdy stats for how to set these indicators and things and how to do that. But I don't understand basic TA. I don't know what it means whatsoever. But now I do, because, now I've learned just this basic TA. It all makes sense. But wow. But, some people just go by the indicators. If the indicator says yes, jump in. If not, look at Big Boy. He's like an indicator trader. Chester knows a lot about indicators, but he knows a lot about Fibonacci. He knows his stuff, man. But it's cool to check him out because he brings out some cool indicators that I'm like, dude, really? Should I start using that? That one's cool. But there's so much information. I've even seen him tear one down. He tore a market cipher down. He's got it all torn apart. He physically did it, put the components together. Reverse engineered it. It's kind of cool. So shout out to Crypto Chester and you, Miles. Mr. Miles, for hanging out. Caspa, I got sidetracked. Let's take a look at Caspa. My take on Caspa. Let's get a good chart. Where I'm at on the weekly. I told her to go to the Angels. She didn't listen to me. I thought she was going to, but she didn't. She had to come back and play with the devil. She's playing with the devil right now, Miles. For real, for real. I can prove it. Because I got the devil line right here. The 666. Moving average right there. I like it down here on the 6 hour. I think this is a good representation of it. So Caspa, I think this is a good chart to actually read it from. She found support on the 800 moving average, right? And that's kind of a major thing. So I like that. That's a good, and the candles here. Good possibility there might be a reversal here. So I'm hoping so. If not, I'm looking at this other level that I've got marked here right around 9.6, maybe 9.5 cents might come into play. Oh gosh, and it really might. When you zoom out, I'm following this trend line. Let me move some of this stuff around here and tweak these lines. Okay, and I'm touch. So that's the very basic of my twin line. Now I'm looking forward to seeing how we match up over here. There, we didn't line up with any touches there. I'm cool. But that's where we broke through. Are we above it? Okay, now that's important to me. Seeing that we are above that line, that's positive. That I'm reading this as a bear trap scenario, a failed pattern, and that we're finding support here, and we should head up to the upside. There's going to be some areas to contend with where we've had previous resistance, so 13.5 to 15 cents are coming into play. But most mostly where our moving averages are right there. And this is on the 6 hour. I don't usually use this one, but unless I click on it by accident, but it's really lining up nice. This is the Lucy's line. If I got looked at the wrong screen right there. The 6-6 moving average. If we reclaim that, man, I will be on fire for this one. That would be awesome. But moving average wise, 800 to 666, they're stacked in order. That's good. So good momentum. And our 200 is above both of them. Overall good momentum, even though it's starting to, lean down. We just got every other indicator in between those just flagging around through here. So I do see a good possibility, a good likelihood that we'll reclaim this 12.5 cent area and work our way back up to 13.5 cents. What we do from there will be kind of iffy because I see that's where our resistance is starting to play, where there'll be some sell pressure. And but ultimately getting above the 200 moving average here, 14.5 cent area, would be awesome. And then maybe we can work on turning this area into maybe some kind of weird bottom booby. I don't know. It's not really roundy, but some type of a weirdo M formation with a lower low, which is where I got to get a higher high, man. I'm not going to feel really good about Casper until we get up about 16 cents this area right over here, because that's the only thing I see is really going to confirm more positive upswing, if that makes sense. But I like this. This is a great start. It just sucks that it's a lower low. So we got to get a higher high. At least past this one. Hopefully past this one. Get above 19 cents. Yeah. I still have a measure move target, which has not been hit. So either I suck or we just too early for it. And that's at 20.7 cents and even 22.5 cents. And I've got a lot of lines on here. I get my charts getting noisy. But that's kind of what I'm seeing. I'm in Casper. I like Casper. I even got a couple of Casper monitors that just make a lot less Casper each and every day. Yeah, that's how I screw up and erase my indicators right there. I used to be an EMA guy, exponential moving averages, and I accidentally erased them like that and put moving averages back by mistake. And then when I was back testing, I saw how much better that the price respects just the regular moving average than the exponential. I've just been sold ever since. Maybe we should keep that line up there. That's the retest area. So yeah, that's basically what I got from Casper. I really like this. I like that we're back above this trend line. That's big. But the only warning is that if we, say if we come up here and then we come back and retest this trend line, well, then we're in danger of it breaking. Which brings us into the overall scenario that we have to really zoom out, which is the very, very, very bottom of the pattern that we're seem to be playing in. And that's where we can start looking at wherever that is. And that could be the 8 cent area. So this trend line that we are currently holding, there's no guarantees that it will hold, but it does look like we got a good start. But maybe we got lucky because it held, this level held here, and it's also a support resistance slip area. So this is actually a good, that 11.5 cent area is actually a good strong support area. So I'm looking for ultimately 13.5, 14.5 cents short term, with the hope of going to 20 to 22. You lost me. There you are. I found you right there, Strega. Strega says, I'm just trying to vibe. And let's see. Let's order here. And Brian says, what about Baby bonk? Are we here on TradingView yet? Oh, we are. Okay. See my face. Oh my gosh, baby bonk, what happened to you? Somebody bonked, baby. Baby bonk got bonked. So looking for the possibility of this trend line holding, and it did not. I still think this is an ideal trade setup because when you're on the bottom of the trend lines, these are the kind that I take. And this is an instance where it wouldn't have played out. But let's talk about it really quick. Because I would take these all day long. Because you can set your tight risk management on these. Well, if you own an exchange where you can set limit orders, or if you're doing stuff like that, you get, you couldn't do it on a DEX. But if you're following a trend line and you know if you break through that trend line, say if it makes a lower low than this one right here, and put your stop loss there, and that's about 6% from just jumping in here, depending on where you know. Normally you would, it's hard for the degen, you would wait for a confirmation off of that, see that, and if you wanted to be really safe about it, you'd start looking at some of these other highs, especially this one. But if you're in baby bonk, you're probably not really, you know, probably don't trade that way if you're trading this asset. So you probably wouldn't do that. But that would be the safe way for that, that kind of thing. But me, I personally just set limit orders at the bottom of these. And then if this trend line, if it starts losing this trend line, closes a candle below it, out. If it bounces, man, you got a good chance coming back up to the top of the channel. That's why I love to play those. This one did not do that. This one failed. So if I had a trade set up there, it would have gotten stopped it out. But we did have a measure, so I'm sure we talked about it. Baby bonk, I'm on what, 6 hour? Zoom out here on the day, or 3 day? On 3 day? Let's clean this guy up a little bit. I had a target over there. It is most likely, well, is it? Baby bonk looks like she's suffering, man. I'm just telling you, she's below the 9 moving average and the 21 here on the 3 day. That's kind of big. I mean, the biggest thing that we can do is fib her out. And she's probably going to get an 886 retracement. She's already had an 886 retracement. Okay. And coming back. All right. So I don't have enough information now. I need a little bit more noise. You don't hear me say that too often, but come to the daily. Line her out. So we broke out that part. This was our original top trend line, right? Macro view. Well, then we get really bullish, but we couldn't hold it when we come back to retest it. And that would have been the sign to get out. Of course, that's one of the signs I look for if I had tracking it and had this trend line drawn. That'd be the one of the first exit points. Because usually if you're in a pattern and you come back into it, you break out and come back into it, you usually test the bottom of it. So I am looking immediately, and maybe we'll get lucky and not actually touch it, but I would immediately look for, you know, this point. How many zeros is that? I can't count those zeros. A lot of zeros. So many zeros. You're so zeroed out. That's 3, 6, 9. That's 10 zeros and then 17067. This is the real reason why I hate meme coins. I'm just being straight up honest with you. Too many zeros. I can't count. Seriously, that's why I look at them and go, oh, hell no. You can't, that's your... So we could be seeing that, and percentage-wise from where we are now, boom, that's another, I couldn't tell you. My tool's not even working on such low numbers. There's gotta be another way. Where are you? Where did you go? Come here, tool. 50% drop. So if you jump in right now with $100 and it comes down to the retest the bottom of this trend line, you might only have $50 at that point. Imagine if you jumped in at $100 up here somewhere. Wow. Your $100 would be worth about $20, $24 right now. And by the time it gets down to the bottom of the trend line, it'd be worth about $12. And welcome to crypto. And as crazy as that seems, just the opposite is true. If you put $100 in when it's down at these low GC prices and we come back up even just halfway where we were, right back here, man, that $100 turned into $350. Come back up to the all-time high where you put in your first $100 and lost it all. Well, that $100 you put in on the bottom, it could turn into almost dang near $800. You would have $695 profit from that on top of your $100. Welcome to crypto. So that's why I like buying at bottom of trend lines. That's just me, though. They usually start you out as a breakout trader. Oh, the market makers love direct breakout traders. There is a good chance we might be finding something here and not come down here to the bottom, but the moving averages are saying, stochastics are saying, yeah, maybe that could happen. Moving averages are saying, maybe, not really. Moving averages look like she wants to come down a little bit. We can come down. 4 hour is bearish. So if I had looked at this one on the smaller time frames here for baby mom, I've got this going on. That's cool. I like that. Let's support with a possible bear trap. Bear traps are good. We like that. Bear traps takes us to the top of the pattern, remember? Got a makeshift pattern because there might be some slight rounding going on here. So honestly, what I kind of see, I see lots of rejection coming. You just had your sell signal here. 50 across the 200. That was on the death cross. Boom, boom, boom. When you get out as soon as you can. As comfortably, you know, that doesn't mean to sell right then. It means, hey man, next high we got. You might want to get out. So that would have been a cool place. She can still kind of work her way down here and kind of end up rounding out as she reaccumulates after having this, you know, huge blow off top coming back into this pattern. That's the possibility that I can kind of see play out for this, which is not a fun ride for real. But if you see a breakout of this pattern, that might be worth playing. If you see a trend line break, that might be worth playing. Otherwise, I just expect her just to slowly just reaccumulate. I think memes are taking a little bit of a hit right now, and people start asking their questions what really matters in life right now because we just faced World War III. Suddenly, memes don't seem as important as, oh crap, maybe we. I don't know. I don't know what people think. Can you look at Neo X, dog? I sure can. Moonlight Supernova. Hey, welcome to stream, my man. Neon X. Right? Neon X. Oh, dude, did I close that window? Huh, okay. No, I didn't right here. Neoxa. Let's see what this is. I'm not familiar with it, so I want to check it out. Neoxa has a market cap of 10.3 million, circulating supply of 4.9 billion, total supply of 21 billion, all-time high was 2 cents, and we're at 0.002 cents now. So a 10x to get back to its all-time high. It's got trader value. It's got it in the sell zone, giving sell signals. And when we're talking about market caps down here, I'm looking more in the investor society, see what they've got over here, which I don't have anything. So really new, not getting a lot there. We'll check it out. Quickly just check their website. Verify that you're human. I'm pretty sure. I am human, after all. Told you. The Gamer's Blockchain. Okay, so this is what we got. Play, earn, enjoy. Cool looking. Gaming projects have the coolest little websites. And you would hope so, right? So I'm just breezing over, just getting a feel for what it is. So we got a gaming blockchain play here. $10 million market cap. What's this do? I was hoping to see something that you'd already created a wallet. I wasn't trying to get to the white paper. I was just trying to get somewhere else. But they got the white paper over there if you want to read all that. I'd advise you to do that if you're thinking about holding this for an investment. Let's go check it out on the chart. Yeah, I was trying to get to... Let's do it here. There's still some things I want to know about it, right? So Neox is at 37.05 market cap. Not the value, the ranking, market rank. So it's available on MexC CoinEx. Got links for those descriptions, for those exchanges. Need to throw those up real quick. So CoinEx and MexC, got links to those in the chat. Safe Trade. I use that. I have that. I don't think I... Small exchange, but you can find some Degen coins over there. So I've used it. I feel pretty comfortable using it. I got Cubic over there. It's about the only thing I bought over there, though. All right, let's go take, let's say, because it was on MexC, so we can chart it. And on CoinEx. Oh, we looked at this before. Oh, yeah. Now she's in our Degen buy zone. That was that level. Was like, I know it seems like, well, Degen zone would be one of that hopeful place it could hit, but you know, didn't seem like it was likely based on the beautiful bottoming pattern that it was printing out here. That was a nice inverted, well, that was a nice Adam and Eve shape that did not meet its measured move, but man, measured move for that pattern. They usually are pretty good about it too. Should have been 0.05. I didn't have that up there, but then we had this as a buy zone. Was that when we were? I don't know. It's been a while since we looked at this. I don't know what is played out, but I do like this Degen buy zone, so I'm kind of keeping that on there. Let me just go back and kind of retest. Oh, so we're looking at the old AB of CD if we got a bounce there, and we didn't get a bounce. She came on down. So that did not play. Worth a fiddle flap. But then we got our Degen buy zone. Should I? Maybe I should. I just like having fresh information because clearly I have not looked at this in a while. Let's take this off and man, that sucks for that. But good old trend line. A lot of, I mean, one of the first styles that you learn when you get in trading is your horizontal. Always see it. Save this for the membership stream. Sorry. Diagonal trend line here, support resistance flip, and we're on the underside of it. So it's kind of bearish for us right now. Previous area of support right here. Oh, I think it's a great time to grab the old Fibby. Swing low to swing high. Tell me what I need to buy. We're coming in at some great little bottom and fibby areas here. She went just past it a little bit. Right there. That tells me that we could be finding at least a local bottom right now. So we've at least got this headed for us. We'll come back up and retest this area where we are likely to get rejected for NEOX at 0.0023 cents. That's just what the chart says. If it doesn't, if it bounces above that trend line, hell yeah, strap up. Something good getting ready to happen. Woo, we're getting ready to rock it. And I wouldn't look back until we at least hit like 0.0034. But only if price comes back above this pattern, closes the candles there, looks like it's sticking. We got support. And then it's on from here or even higher, man. I mean, that's good. That's called a bear trap, and we like that in when I see a bear trap on a trend line. That's big for me. But if it gets rejected there, yeah, we'll say hello to some of those lower little areas that we'll try to figure out now, which would most likely be this 0.0017 area. That would suck. I am just the messenger, just telling you what the charts are saying. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but it's got a dang good chance. Because it was a bitch losing that trend line. That trend line is important. Get rejected there, you're coming lower. How much more lower, low dog? How much lower? Can you work the fib magic? Where are you, man? Why are you not doing this? There we go. Had to get you back up here. Flip you back. I got confidence there at the 0.001577 area, which is just a little higher than our bottom wick over here in November 23. So NEOX, she might have she's got some stuff to work out unless she bounces back above here. If she does that, yeah, I like it. If she gets rejected here, I'm staying. I would stay away. But she'd be going through some therapy, going through counseling and all this other stuff, trying to figure out who she is, what she wants to be in life. And she'll be trying to come down here and do some kind of bottoming pattern. Because when you hit the bottoms, you start going through them bottom patterns, baby. And eventually you start picking yourself back up and the world starts looking like a brighter place and you find your direction in life and then you start taking off like a rocket. She in rehab. I can't put it more plainer. She in rehab, okay? She in rehab. Give her a chance. Just be. NEOX has got a detoxer. DA on some IoTex. Yeah, I like IoTex. I think that was a dark horse. IoTex, I got Binance right here. Oh, did you take a dump at a dump? You didn't even close the stall door. You left it wide. What the hell? Nice. Yeah, well, clearly you broke a trend line here. All right, well, let's get rid of this stuff. We broke the major trend line. That's going to stay, by the way, but any kind of other setups are nullified and void. Oh, I need to flip these off so I can see. Here, I flipped them off. Nice. Even nicer. So just the pattern itself, no indicators necessary, ladies and gentlemen. The angle tells us all we need to know. And be honest with you, is that good enough for me? I'm anal on these angles. No, it's not.
Bro, dog, you're anal.
I had a light bulb in there. Kid. I just think if the charts really do tell you a lot if you actually respect them and try to just be a little particular. I really believe that. See if it makes any difference. Maybe I'm just being too picky. I'm on a 4-hour chart, just respecting touch, wick, angle. I want to stretch this angle out as far as I can though, so that I can move it to other areas because I'm going to copy it. Free alpha tonight. And I'll lay it over here on the top of this one and see what I got respecting. Ooh, and right here. Let's just grab it right down to the bottoms of there. And we just kind of look, how well is it respecting this angle? I would say there's a level of respect right there. And it seems that came into play here for a little something, right? I like that. Well, let's don't just stop there. We've identified a channel that it broke out of and that it's retested the top of that channel, retested the top of it here several times and broke back into it but didn't close a candle. This is bullish to me. We may not need to go any further than just doing this right here because it looks like it may be trying to confirm a bounce. We can break out all the other tools, the fibs and all that we need to, but just following this angle is often quite enough to track things. We can see that we got a top wick here as resistance, a little fuzzy there, noisy, support, fell through. That's going to mean something. It gets through that. These angles are still being respected even up in this area. Maybe if you even carried it down, you can see the areas that were kind of correspond over there, but all these little areas. Crazy thing is that you could probably also see levels of respect on these angles. If you kind of narrowed in, I think there might be a little something there. I haven't nailed it quite, but I'm seeing it. And then you get the waffle pattern. You start seeing the grid. It just makes like a chain link fence, man. It really does. If you break it down, you just got like, oh, it's a chain. We're in prison. It's a chain link fence. Just different ways to look at the market, analyze it. Little tools in the toolbox that I find helpful. Don't forget ye old trend lines. So we got a breach off right here. That was our last one. Let's see where that one takes us. Bear trap. I would call it a bear trap following this trend line. Broke back into it. Support. Lots of little areas to follow here. Yes, our charts are noisy, but what if we respect that angle? Here, a touch. Loves it. So we got some areas that we should be coming back up to, right? Since that is the lowest of the lows that we have here. That's going to be the first resistance area that I would look for it to come back and touch. It's somewhere along that trend line. Didn't even need to break out a fib. Do you want to see if it lines up with a fib? I should probably make you guys go do that yourself. Let it line up. It's from the very swing low to the very swing top up here. We're getting confidence right here at a 382. Swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy because that's actually telling us the other direction. It's totally, what I did is totally backwards, but it still applies. This would tell us what levels should hold on the stair step down is what this one does. And we found support here and on the 50 on the 618. Love the fibs. Get rid of the old fibs. But I would be looking for confluence here with this one. And that is on the true 382 fib that we'd be looking for resistance right there. Swing high to swing low. Tell me where price is going to go. Resistance at the 382. With a slight chance to make it up to 7.4 cents. Maybe. That's what I got for OTI. I like OTX. I'm in this one. I want this for a long-term hold. Long-term hold, man. Yeah. She's got a ways to go. We're just leaving. You're just leaving the good area. The train's just leaving the station, ladies and gentlemen, on most of these altcoins. Or in that area, there's about. Technically, she got rejected here. Beneath this accumulation area. So she's still in accumulation. We need to break out above that. Solid breakout above 7 cents, holding that area and going higher. And then when the 16, maybe even up to 33 cents might be in the picture. That would be cool. From where we are right now to 33 cents, so about another 5x, about a 6x really. The multiples don't really work out. So cool. I like OTX. I had a request to in the chat. I don't want to forget that. So I believe it's over in this with this chart room. JV8 says, take a look at Snap. And I'm not, Snow Snap is what it is. Looks like MexC has it.
Snow Snap. The Slow Snap.
You guys don't know, do you? Oh, you youngsters. I like this. This trend line here, which was resistance, is now confirmed support. I don't see much volume down here to tell me much, so this is a good first sign of a possible reversal for this bottom. That's one of the first things I look for when things are going to, we might have got a bottom, but we haven't yet confirmed it. That's one of the first signs I'm looking for. We confirm a trend line flip. So this might, for this project, might be the juicy bottoms of accumulation to really nail the bottom areas, because it got down to as far as 40, how many zeros? 5 zeros. 45.68 in that area. We're at 57.92. And that means, and this is looking beautiful, I'm looking for it to come up and retest this area at 72.37. It may not make it past that. It may get rejected there and then come down to make a bottom pattern, such as a double bottom or even a head and shoulders or something. It may take it a while, so there may be some up and downs between those areas. And I'm on a smaller time frame. I'm on 24 minute, because we have to be. Gains wise, well, that's 25% up there. If you played it back to the downside, that'd be another 30%. And then you flip flop and then you play it back up to the upside to a higher target. You can get 76 cents. Play that game again. I mean, there's, for a trader, there's some things to write here. For an investor, just DCNA and accumulating through here. So any juicy targets, well, I mean, that's, the fibs pretty much spell them all out beautifully. Every one of them, every stair step up, this is respecting. Except for the 0.5, it's kind of, can probably go through that one pretty easy. The biggest one that it would find most rejection from would be 786 over here. That's a nice little extra reversal fib level. In case she gets a little bullish past this 618, which I would normally say that's where most people will be selling off. And quite a few little levels in between there. all giving some nice little take profit areas. As long as we don't get below this area right here. Getting below that area just a little bit, she comes down and then yeah, this idea is pretty much over for right now. Anything else that we can do here? Yeah, this one's going to be your first headache. Right there. 7233. And that will be 24% from here. Akita Inu. Can I get that? I don't know if I can find it on Algorand. But we can, looks like OKX has got it. They've been getting a lot into some stuff. I can chart it over here. It looks like I've got, oh, we got a decent amount of information over here. Still could be coming down lower to that area there. Decimal 6 zeros and 1566. That's a possibility. And she also might just be bouncing right where she just bounced from. Might not make it down there. So as a general rule, we're looking for, to retest these areas unless we're in the early stages of a parabolic move. So if we have this major trend line and we don't come back and we got if we got an 886 Fibonacci, and that's a good reason for it to find support and get a new bottom. First stages of a nice parabolic move. That's a bullish sign, actually. I'm taking that as bullish. If we get up here and get rejected, and there's a chance that we might just come back and test it. So we're still not out of the woods, but that's a nice first sign that there might be something really bigger coming on. So what I would do in this instance is now go from here and use that as a trend line. And if that ever breaks, well, then it's coming back down to the lower one or worse. So that's our new line. And that would be the new line in the sand. In other words, I would put on it. And as far as a target for it, we got 2437, which should be a really nice little target, 25% gains from where we are. If we break above that, then you got a chance to hit the higher ones at 3716. And that would be about 86%. That's going to be a nice move. So I'd really need to see it get above this. If it gets rejected there, then, we might be experiencing, you will be experiencing a little bit more downside. We just have to monitor and see how far down from that area. But this new little trend line would be what I would use for a line in the sand. ultimately, it could end up being a nice big bullet. You remember, we're talking about a possibility of it going parabolic. And look what one of the patterns that you see in a parabolic move is the megaphone pattern. So that could give, technically you could have a lot of upside to some crazy number, just going straight up from here and over just a few, just to give it a little room to play out 300%. So we might be getting something like that. That's how I would be playing this anyway. Right with me. Hey, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Tucker going back up to 10 cents. That would be awesome. Nice, Tucker. I noticed it looked like it was up when I was checking on it earlier today, and when I saw it up, I don't know. We got to go to the DEX tools, don't we? Tucker. Is this not the chart that I used? That's got the most liquidity. That's what confuses me over here. So looks like it's got the same contract. So. You should have the most liquidity. I would think that this would be the best one to chart right here. I'm on a big time frame. That's what it is. It's coming down to the 2 hour. Nice. Definitely a parabolic shape that we got here. And she could be doing that. That's sweet. When I draw these, I don't like to come in and then, you see some people come in and it's okay because they'll move. They'll go to whatever shape you want them. And for some reason, I'm like, well, that just doesn't really help me out very much. I just feel like if I could draw, and I'm just being weird about it, if I'm drawing it just naturally forms to it, then I just somehow feel more comfortable with it. But if I come in and make it form, then I'm like, well, you could just be anything I tell you to be, can't you? So it is not the most respectable line, but it does help you to kind of visually see the parabola as it plays out here. Well, Tucker, you're doing some very interesting things here. What magic might we find with Tucker tonight? Do we want to see some magic for Tucker, Carlson? Can I get some chat responses? Because where are we? That's not you. Should just drug it down here. Because I got a chat rate of 0. But I do have 14 likes, and I appreciate that. That's awesome. Speaking of likes.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, see, we got a delay. I still got Elvis up here. Elvis hasn't said anything for a minute right now. Oh, there he goes. Now he's gone. So if you wonder why I don't immediately answer a chat, well, aside from my ADD and having to search for my chat because I've lost it, there's also a delay that comes into play here. Hey, no problem, Mr. Miles. Always a pleasure to have you here, my friend. Always welcome. Road Dog says, I saw you in chat in Jordan's stream earlier. Yeah, I was over there. I'm trying to get him to comment on his green screen behind him. He never sees me. I never get seen in his room. Ever. But then again, whereas I can comfortably go through my chat, I mean, it's just flying off the screen on his. They got everybody talking over there. It's a wonder they can see anybody. Grimmer says PBR Polka Bridge. That one's been getting some love. How's Polka Dot? Well, PBR, look at you. I think you deserve a little appreciation for that. That's a nice move today. At least something pump. Oh wow, man, that's like 200%, even more really if you go from the very bottom. From the very bottom of the move, that's 337%, but like if somebody was playing a breakout or something, that was still some really good gains. Wow. Oka Bridge.
If you'd watched me channel, you would have been up in the morning today, all the way up to...
I'm just kidding. All right, so I got to zoom out to get rid of something. It's got a lot of noise, doesn't it? It's been around for a little. Ooh, wow, look at that. I got to zoom way out. Weekly. Let's just do it from the weekly. Clear all that stuff. Accumulation, trying to get out of it, hasn't quite done it just yet. Look at it on the bigger picture. I like to do that. I'll label that, but I think this other one's going to line up better. Swing high to this swing low. Yeah, it does. So we're going to swing with this one. That one lines up really well. From this high to all the way to the bottom. So this red line that I'm drawing is our accumulation zone by my strategy. It is also possibly a, some people might say a triple bottom, some people might even call it a head and shoulders. Either way, it's escaping a channel, and that channel does have a measure move, which will probably have a little say so with another fib, which is the 50 moving average there. So if I were going to look for a nice little target, I think I would respect that, what it just told me, and go with that 50% target here. So 28 cents looks like a good place that it will, when I say take profits or put as a target, that means an area that it could possibly face reversal or some big pullback. And that's what I try to target when I'm putting a target out there, because, well, why not? We want to try to get it where it pulls back. So the target should be right there in that vicinity. Sometimes they nail them. Sometimes they might go through them a little bit. The fibs, a lot of times, the way that I use them, often are pretty good at nailing it. And then, well, sometimes the measure moves are. But I like that, and if you're, and then of course you also got the 618 area. I would look at the 786. I'd say screw the 618. I know it sounds crazy, right? But there's such a big range here. Yeah, I think this is going to be one of the things that comes up in this area and then kind of fumbles at the 618 and ends up blasting through it, but ultimately kind of finds more of a headache at 42 cents to get past and then gets a bigger correction. We just kind of, you know, we step up. One step, come back down, step up again higher, 1 step forward, 2 steps back, or 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, that kind of thing. Until finally we get back up to these areas that maybe $1.88 come into play from just what I got on the chart right there. Lots of other places. Overall PBR, I mean, she got up to, did you really, 393? And you're sitting at, what is it, 17 cents right now. I mean, I'm seeing 95 cents as one target that I would definitely put on my radar. Up to 244. Even what the Fibonacci tells me, and just taking this on the weekly time frame, seeing the possibilities. I mean, this run we could be looking at 447 or 503. Of course, it could get higher, but those are some really reasonable higher targets to look for. Just depending on what all happens in the market. But if I were a long-term outlook, I'm looking at the 618s, That's how I'm playing the game. 246 would be that area, and then I'm looking at these two fib areas. And then if we make it past that, we look at that at that point. But until then, those would be the targets that I would be looking for the big game. Which means that overall could be looking at 1,360% up to this first target. So that'd be like your 14x. A 25 to, what is that? To around a 25 to 30x on this coin. From just what the fibs say. That's not taking into account market cycle or how, you know, this cycle might develop and the hype as mass adoption comes upon. We're not factoring in any of that. We're just going by the math on the chart, which is the Fibonacci math. Which, the way that I've learned to use them is pretty dang deadly accurate. And no attesting to me, it's not me, it's just the tool that I'm using. It's a pretty decent tool, man. I got a killer Dremel, dude, that might just put your saw to shame. And I'm sorry, if you want to use a saw, that's fine. I got nothing. You can do some mighty fine craftsmanship with that saw. But my Dremel, just, man, it just makes me make some really cool stuff a lot quicker. That's kind of it. And you can get a Dremel just like I did. Or you can keep using that saw and chisel. I see some very fine chisel work. Very fine, very fine, very fine, very fine, very beautiful. Okay, so we did Soul Snap and PBR. I'm going to take one. I'm going to take Jasmine. I haven't looked at Jasmine in a while. Oh, no, I want to do ICP. Because she's at a good price. Right? ICP's at a nice price to look at adding to that. Yes. If you wanted to be in ICP and missed it, I mean, I think this is one of those opportunities you got to kind of look at it and say, maybe. I don't know what I got going on here. Let me zoom out. I got this red trend line just kind of, it don't belong. Not really. I mean, it's a little bit of a fit, but not what I'm looking for. Let's take a fresh look at ICP. I know I got some targets up here, but we will see them again. Because I do the same stuff over and over. But since we did have a little higher, man, you got all the way up to $20? I've really not been tracking you. This is one of my hodl things. Oh, you're so close. What happened here? Well, I'm sticking with you because I like the way that you're lining up. Personally, what the charts are telling me from this swing high to swing low that ICP under $22, like say a year from now, will look like a bargain. And so if you can get it way under $22, well, that's just more of a bargain. Now, just given that, oh, mercy! We got so much potential here. I mean, 139 is definitely still on the radar here. But she had such a high. This chart is so crazy. I like this one. I want to see what this one can do. I think this one's got some real serious technology that would be like once it finally comes out, that would be like, oh crap, you can do that with blockchain? Why the hell am I in all these other altcoins? Yeah, we might be looking at a situation like that, and I want to be in it, so I'm in it. Nice little trend line here. Has not quite been retested. May not be. Doesn't have to be. So from this high area to our bottom, now we're kind of scaling down our accumulation zone. Right, I give you a macro accumulation zone at $22 or under. But under $10 is the real juicies. But okay, 12's not far from it. We're at $12.76 right now, bouncing off this zone, turning it into support, meaning we're coming out of this level of accumulation, working our way out of this much bigger level of accumulation to start to do something big. I like it. I likes it. I loves it. I want some more of it. I'm just watching this channel now that we're in and seeing that we wicked up above it and came back and, you know, we're still kind of in it and stuff. We made it weak. So next time we go tap it, we may tap it hard, may tap it ferociously. It might just break on through to the other side. So I like this. It's an accumulation. Not financial advice, but if she does come to any of these areas again, man, what was that, 1072 that you bounced off of? 1089, maybe somewhere through there. Ooh, that's juicy. I just don't know that she's going to do it. This is one of my plays over at CoinEx on spot margin, building a bigger bag. I see nice support there for that. This is the trend line. Looks like it was holding all this until this happened. So $14-15 in this little area over here is going to be a little bit of a hiccup. Let's kind of label that with a little dotty line. Something that says I might be in trouble. Well, babe, let's just go ahead and adjust you. That was eyeballing, but I trust my fibs more. 1460. And ooh, look at our 618, 1708. Retesting this area that we lost at that flag. Perfect. Nice. Those are some nice little areas to look for. Maybe, I don't know, if you got a take and profit kind of thing that you're looking for, trading this, maybe spot or margin or whatever. Those are some nice little take profit areas. 1878 looks really good. It really does. But I see much bigger, higher prices out of this, and most notably 22 is where I'm seeing us trying to go back and or eventually get to. And then we got to see what we do from there. ICP, close the door then. I'm here all night. I'm here every day, folks. Hey, my pleasure, man. SBO says H-bar. H-bar, yo. Oh man, what happened to you? Well, same thing happened to every other coin. That looks like a possible bearish retest right there for H-bar. So same thing, I will say, this is a great place for them to fake you out or to just... It's supposed to be bearish, man. What normally happens, retest downside. But they come back above this trend line, trying to pull a fast one. One of my most favorite plays. Because the risk to reward ratio is so great. You got a trend line, you got a line in the sand. They come back down under here, I'm out. That bounces in off of support there. Man, you got a strong trade. I mean, it's going to have a hiccup over here, about 10.5 cents, getting through all this chop stuff over here. But then this is a good sign that whatever our top trend line was, we're going to try to go up toward it, maybe even touch it. That could be 17 to 18 cents. So H-bar, go back in that pattern, man. It's got a nice, you can moon back that one real easy. Gets rejected here. Yeah, you're coming back down to, you know, you could technically be on the radar to come back down to 4.5 cents. And I don't know if that's what they want you to think or if that's what they plan to do, but that's what could technically happen. It all depends on this trend line. It all depends on this price area that should throw a little label in. All depends on about 8.5 cents. we can hold 8.5 cents, then we should be good. We can't hold it. Jeez, man. Was it 4.8 cents? 5 cent area? Which makes me want to look at total 3 again, because, you know, that could be a sign. If that happens, I don't think it would just be this coin in particular that would be affected. It would be affecting the whole market. And that again is a little warning bell, just that looking at that one coin, that we need to, you know, keep this big market in mind. And it just reminds me of, again, this area just being a rejection area, right? So I'm back on total 3 again, just because I think it's just, we need to do our due diligence. I've got this trend line is matching up, so it must be something on a smaller time frame. I believe it's the angle. Is it? Not really. I like that it's above it. I don't like that it's below this one though, because that's where our resistance. This was his total 3 and 4 hour. But I do like that. Total 3. We gotta figure this one out. This one's actually worth taking just a few minutes to. This is the crystal ball, right? Or one of the crystal balls. This is the tea leaves. Not the crystal ball, it's the tea leaves, and I want to see what the tea leaves are saying. Nice. I like that. That's good. That's good. That's really good. I like that. Oh, that's what's going to get us right here. Up really nice. Confluence here at 786 Fibonacci for some possible rejection for total 3 at 717 billion. Let's throw that out there. This is on the 4 hour. This is something that what we should see playing out over the next couple days, right? Good chance to get rejected here because we do have that resistance line. I'm going to draw this little guy red. But on the plus side, and this is, I think we saw this last night, I think we were talking about total 3. What I'm seeing is a possible, we might see a little bit of a comeback in altcoins. And it may struggle, and we're on a 4 hour chart, so this could take us, I wouldn't doubt if we kind of, you know, go through this week and kind of slowly start maybe regaining a little bit in altcoins. And then about Friday, get rejected off this area. Or maybe a Thursday, a both before, I don't know. I mean, as far as this weekend goes, I mean, we started making a little bit of a comeback, but they seem to like to dump us a lot and make big moves or whatever they're doing on the Thursday or Friday. Might we see another, you know, Friday, come back up to this area and then get rejected and, you know, do something like that? That almost makes a... on head and shoulders to the upsides. So a scenario like that might be in play. We're kind of projecting, but we need to, man. So right now, I think it's kind of good that we got above this trend line where there's areas here that should be support. Altcoins are looking We're seeing some green come back into the market right now, right? Even on the daily, so that's good. Tomorrow might be wishy-washy. Tuesday might be wishy-washy, but overall, a little bit more positive sentiment. But the thing is, they will try to get prices up, get everybody hyped up when we get here. And I think very few people are going to see the possible rejection here at the weekend. It just gives them a good chance to wipe us out again. I'm just telling you, they're playing a game. So altcoins, you know, what I'm trying to say in a nutshell is, if you see your altcoin back getting back in the green, you might want to start paying off yourself. So next time we get these dumps down, take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. But keep in mind, we are at a strong resistance level for altcoins overall in the macro trend. And this can be an area of reversal. And that's why we're monitoring this very closely, because if I see this trend line break, then I'm counting this as a reversal. And remember, when you get a reversal, it takes you a while to actually figure it out. It takes you a while to figure it out. Guys, it is 12:12, and I'm sure I didn't get to everything. I didn't get to everything that I was looking on my list either. I was going to get to Jasmine, but I didn't. So I don't think I'm going to do any more coins tonight, but I appreciate you for hanging out. We just covered over Bitcoin again. Tomorrow will be an interesting day. Just be careful, but don't forget to pay yourselves. That's extremely key. Pulling your collateral out, because, you know, we're going to get some big major pullbacks, not just in Bitcoin, but in the altcoins. And you got to fit that into your strategy. There's a lot less liquidity in Bitcoin on the markets, meaning that the market makers we can have $10,000 ranges on Bitcoin. It wouldn't be that hard. Like jumping from 40 to 50, or where are we at right now? 60. We can go like from 60,000 to 70,000 in one day, or from 70,000 to 60,000 in one day. And you've got to have that built into your strategy. The liquidity is not there. There's not that much Bitcoin out there, so they can move the price a lot. All right, thanks for hanging out, man. Talking about ICP with that filter. Are you down with the clown? The ICP clown posse? Is that what you talked about? All right, take care, Mr. Miles. Good night, everybody. I will see you again tomorrow night. And watch out for the membership stream. I will have that for you guys that want to hang out and learn some TA golden nuggets and go over, I don't know, whatever coins that we do on that thing too. It's mostly for learning, though. I look forward to it. Trade carefully, guys. Go out there and make that money. But be careful. Be careful. Have a plan. Have a plan. How do you get out of here? Is there an hit screen?
Come on, come here.
There he is.
Come on. You freaky dog.
I've not got a copyright warning again, so I'm going to roll with this. This is my theme.